FuzzJockRadio!
Hey!
And we are back. This is FuzzJockRadio. I'm one of your hosts, Fuzzy.
Yes, I'm Jamez.
I'm C-Dubs.
And I'm Naps.
Yeah, we have a special guest host, Naps, in the house. Is that what we call last week? We had, was it last week? I don't even know. I don't remember where we're at. We had a ghost hest. A hest?
2 weeks ago?
A ghost hest?
The ghost test?
The ghost test. The ghost. Oh, the ghost. That's all it was. It was ghost. A guest host. But Naps, just to let you know, before we begin, this podcast is not about hierarchies. It's not about anybody being better than anybody else. As you can see, we are all three hosts, and you're also a host. You're not a guest. You're not a ghost. You're just a fucking host.
You're definitely not a ghost.
So yeah, we got an awesome person that C-Dubs brought in, Naps. Usually what we do here is that we start off with what our week was like. Everybody forgets to ask me what my week was like, so we just kind of move on. But we'll start off with Naps. Who are you?
I'm a friend of C-Dubs. We've been co-workers for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, been talking to this dude about sports a lot about fantasy football.
Nice.
And that's how we got it going and started hanging out a couple times after. And
Nice.
he's told me about FuzzJock since it started. And
Yeah.
just know we have kept it going. It's been pretty dope, going
Wow.
season strong. And he's like, hey, dude, I would like to have you be a part of the show. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I gotta make it happen. So
Yeah,
glad-
dope.
We are making it happen.
We are making it happen right now.
Yeah.
And
Appreciate it.
in the future too, when people start listen to the download, did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are going to download this later
In the future.
in the future, and we're going to be making it happen in there too. So Naps, are you from the LA area?
Here whole life, dude.
Oh,
Your
cool.
whole life, nice.
We call it Ball Heights.
So you've been showing C-Dubs around and taking care of them.
One time I took him with me to go pick up. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Let him around, like, hey, dude, I live here. I went to school here. Pretty cool.
Good. Well, I'm glad that C-Dubs has somebody to look after him, because he gets into a bit of trouble if there's nobody watching over him. C-Dubs, how was your week? What's going on?
It was good. I got magic beans.
What?
Yep. I got magic beans.
What do you mean by magic beans? Like magic, like Jeremy and the Beanstalk?
Jeremy and the Beanstalk? Where'd you get them?
Yeah, famous Jeremy and the Beanstalk. Yes. I mean, that's how they were advertised on eBay.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Oh, eBay. You purchased magic beans from eBay.
Yes. It's brilliant.
Did you plant them?
No, they're a gift for someone else. That's their problem.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so like you're being evil.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Hope
see
they don't get a beanstalk with a bad giant at the top.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Jameis.
the New York Football Giants, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
I just want to get away from this bean talk.
Beans.
Um,
To beans with that bean talk.
Jameis, how was your week?
It was all right.
Yeah?
I feel really happy to be back here since I missed last week. And
No, you didn't miss last week.
Yeah, you were here.
You were here.
I mean, like
You didn't look too well, but you were here.
an image and visage of me was here. I believe that.
Oh, you were doing like a Skywalker thing?
Yeah. I was doing like force project.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, you sent me a message, or no, you didn't send me a message. You put up a reply on our show that you couldn't wait to listen to the episode because you couldn't remember half of it, or the
Yep.
last half.
Yep.
Yeah, you were sick, and you're
Yeah.
looking a lot better.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah, that's good.
You
So-
sound better, too.
Hey, thanks.
So your week pretty much consisted of getting better.
I think so.
Okay.
Now I don't even remember.
Okay, well, that works.
Fuzzy, how was your week?
Oh, you remembered.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. Well, I'm just joking. You guys do remember to ask me. Sometimes I have to whisper to you to let but This week I do remember what I did this week, just like every week.
Mhm.
I watched
Ah,
5 seasons of Harry Potter,
the movies.
the movies. I watched
Yeah.
them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I realized that it's the Bible is canon to the Harry Potter story
It's true.
Yeah,
because Jesus was a wizard.
maybe.
Well, they celebrate Christmas,
Well,
and
they celebrate traditions. Some of the traditions that
Wait.
we also, most people that celebrate Christmas often use some similar traditions. It's true.
sure, but they celebrate Christmas like the
Well, and
Jesus
they wish
Christmas.
each other. They wish each other Merry Christmas.
Not a pagan Christmas, not just like being like, hey, no, we just celebrate Christmas because this is a Muggle thing. Like they actually celebrate Christmas, and the reason why I know it's a Jesus Christmas is because over the wand shop, it says it was established 362 BC.
Yeah.
So in the wizard's world, this Jesus character was, fucking somebody that they worshipped
I don't know,
because he
man.
was the best wizard ever, and which would make the Bible canon to the Harry Potter story.
I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
This is sounding like some retcon bullshit.
I don't know what that means, but if you guys, I'm watching Harry Potter. It's weird to say that. I don't. Okay, let's.
I love it. I think it's the best.
NFL.
idea I've ever heard.
NFL.
Harry
So,
Potter.
did you guys see that game tonight? Holy fuck!
Dude,
Oh,
Monday
Monday
Night
Night Football.
Football.
Monday Night
wow.
Football is back.
Yes. So hard. Monday Night Football was so good tonight.
That team won in
Both
overtime.
both teams played
They played excellent.
so
Yeah.
well.
The defense, man. Whew,
Right.
that was
Best
great.
defense in the league.
Couple pick sixes.
Couple
Yeah.
of pick sixes, and there was a touchback.
They got after it. They really got after it.
Mm-hmm. So Monday Night Football, we don't need to talk about it too much because we all saw it. It was an epic game. If you didn't see it, you missed out because they forgot to push record on the TV recording machines
Or
that they
you
had
watched
at
the wrong channel. I don't know.
They
They put it on a different channel.
well yeah, and there's no replay of it.
No.
Because they forgot to push record on their recording machines at the NFL stadium that they played at. Unfortunately for you, if you didn't see the Monday Night Football game tonight, it sucks. But Vikings lost on Sunday.
They did.
Why am I holding this? I can put this.
I don't know. What are you holding that for?
I was hiding from the fact that I was watching Harry Potter's.
Yeah.
The Vikings lost on Sunday.
Against
All backups.
the Bears.
Yeah, all backups. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
But like I listened to the pregame and like Zimmer was like, they asked him, does it really matter? You're playing backups. Does this game really matter? And Zimmer was like, yes, it does. It does matter. Like every game matters.
Every game matters.
And
He
they lost.
wanted to win. I mean, he kept making good play call. It was that we weren't executing almost anything that they'd try to do. Except running. We did, like, Boone was fantastic running.
Yeah, and
But he also fumbled the ball and gave up interception off
Who's-
of his fingertips, too.
who was the quarterback that played?
I don't even remember.
He was doing pretty.
Who's your back?
Yeah, I don't even
I
remember.
don't even know.
He was playing pretty fine though too.
He was all right.
It was a good game. It
He's
came down
probably
to the
better
wire.
than Cousins.
Probably. So with the Vikings losing there, it really shifted things in the playoffs settings.
I think the Vikings had already been solidified as a 6th seed already, so that's why they just rested them, right?
Yeah.
That's true. They got the wild card on Saturday.
Yep.
Mhm.
They weren't going to move up in seed.
No, they weren't going to move up.
Uh,
So Vikings six seed since Saturday.
but second seed was in question.
And the second seed was in question, and then
Even
that all
first
played
seed
out.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First seed
Yeah,
was
yeah.
too. And the 3rd seed was.
Mhm.
And the 4th seed and the 5th seed.
But not the
Why do I-
6th.
Yeah.
Why do I have... That's not right. I have the Saints as the 5th seed.
No, the
No.
Saints would be the third
Third
seed.
seed.
Okay.
And
What?
then
Dude, you got the Saints as the 3rd seed and the 5th seed.
Shush.
Oh,
Hey.
the Jets got a Super Bowl.
oh
Damn.
no. What's going to happen?
Always cheat. I knew it.
No, they're finally
Who's...
getting something back
Are they
down.
going the Patriots route where they just like play each other?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Relegating the Saints to their own league.
So who's number 5 then?
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then Eagles number 4, the Saints number 3, the Packers number 2, and the 49ers number 1.
Yes.
I mean, other than the Vikes being number 6, that makes to me that makes sense with the 49ers being number 1 because they've had a wonderful season.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So what does that make? Us in the wild card, who do we play next week?
The Saints.
The Saints.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because they're in the wild card in number 5, right?
No, they're the division winners, but they have to play in wild card weekend
Oh.
because of the lower seeding.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
that's confusing.
Yeah,
GG's,
it's weird.
GG's to Drew Brees. That's what I got to say.
Yeah.
GG's.
You want them to win?
I mean, congratulations to Drew Brees.
He had a good
For-
season.
He
Let's
did have
just
a good
ruin it
season.
now.
Oh, so you're saying GG for the season, dude? Like, you're gonna lose next week, so.
No, he's probably going to win.
Whoa.
He probably is going to win.
You
Probably
know?
is.
And if he doesn't, then like Bridgewater's going to win.
Yeah.
See,
Drew
not,
Brees is prone to just as many upsetting losses as he is to wins.
Yeah, man.
No,
Yes,
it's going to be Bridgewater against Cousins, and then everyone will really see how bad Cousins is.
I mean, Bridgewater did have a good season,
He's better than Cousins.
better than Breeze. Why would he play instead of Breeze?
To show everyone that he's better than Cousins.
Okay.
Saints really want to stick it to us.
Hmm.
So they can play their
Yeah.
backup against us.
So they gotta-
And then Teddy would be like, "See, you guys, told you." Right.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what JMS thinks.
Okay, so we
My
gotta
take.
win that. We'll come back to the winning of that, and the reason why it's relevant or noteworthy, other than just going on to the more playoffs. The AFC number 1 is Ravens, Kansas City, who had a awesome season as well. New England, who lost this last Sunday
Right.
to the Dolphins
To the Dolphins.
at their own stadium.
And at their home. Yeah.
That was fun to watch. Then
Yeah.
Houston, the Bills, and then the Titans. So, okay, so with the season being done, we had a couple fucking just like all the time, couple fires.
Mm-hmm.
Want to talk about that a little bit?
Let's talk about it.
Who got fired? Pat
Yeah.
Shermer.
We've got. Do you want to talk about the firings?
What is it? The Giants coach, Pat Shermer,
Mm-hmm.
and Cleveland Browns coach, Freddie Kitchens. Right.
Yeah, I mean the Browns were not good at all this year.
No. And it's like.
Well, it's funny because before they hired that dude, I always thought that they were going to make a run at Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
And that always made sense, too. I was like, yeah, pick that dude up. And then it seemed like that dude just ended up taking that offer with Tampa Bay. And then they settled for this dude, Freddie Kitchens. And I'm pretty sure like everybody was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Here's the janitor.
Fuck, we need somebody. You're the coach.
Yeah.
Was that his first year with the Browns?
Yeah, person only.
Okay. So
Which they do all the time, which is horrible.
and then Pat Shermer, has he been with the Giants for a while? Like he sounds like a familiar
Years.
name.
He coached about as long as Ben McAdoo.
Okay.
Something like that.
Was Pat Shermer from somewhere else?
He was
a
the
coordinator
for the Vikings.
For the Vikings, right?
Like
Like,
coordinator, offensive.
so did he move from the Vikings to the Giants head coach, and then
Yes.
nothing?
Yep. Nothing from him. And then it also, so with the firings, there's also still someone on the hot seat because we don't know if, because he doesn't actually have to get fired, but Jason Garrett from the Dallas Cowboys coach, his contract's up at the end of the year, and they're pretty sure they're just not going to sign it.
It's strong belief that they're not going to bring that dude back.
And so,
okay, hold on. Dallas, where did they so they didn't even make the playoffs.
No,
they were in the hunt for a while though.
And so they
were in the lead.
They think that it's the coach that's the problem there in Dallas.
I think it's a lot to do with it. They have really good players.
Who owns the Cowboys still? Is it still Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
But they haven't said anything about Jason Garrett quite yet. Like, it's just kind of a rumor. He's in the hot seat.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just let him go or don't resign him, you know?
Yeah.
That way.
So, I mean,
they're probably not even friends with him. So
I like how I'm leading up to this so much right now, and it's something that everybody has already been talking about on all the other sports casts and all the other sports radio shows.
That's all I hear.
It's all we hear.
Tell me about
it.
it.
But I'm leading up to it, acting like I don't know anything, or I'm just like coming to this revelation of, well, wait a minute. If he still owns the Cowboys, and I remember hearing him talk about Zimmer, like how he made a mistake in not hiring Zimmer, and what if the Vikings lose, which we all are kind of agreeing that there's a big chance for the Vikings to lose next week. Zimmer once again goes to the playoffs but doesn't take the Vikings anywhere else. Is he in the hot seat? Or do they trade? Can you trade coaches?
Yes, the Raiders traded John Gruden.
Have you heard of this, James? Trading of a
trading
coach?
Coaches. Like my coach for your coach. Straight up.
No, not even that. Like, here's some
Can you
picks.
trade a coach for a player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened in any other? Has that ever happened in any other sports?
I don't.
Because that seems weird.
Clippers, I think, traded for Doc Rivers.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they did.
I think they traded for that dude.
See, that's just such a weird concept to me because, like, and I know that they've probably figured it out or whatever, but like the coach isn't under the salary cap, is it?
I don't think so.
No.
That seems weird then.
Right?
Is that a loophole?
There's no cap for
they can be paid whatever.
hiring coaches.
So I don't know. That just sounds weird to me, but I know that's a thing, and I know that this is really a hot rumor where there's a possibility of Zimmer being traded to the Cowboys if we lose the Saints game.
And Zimmer actually coached on the Cowboys and won a Super Bowl with them in the 90s.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Was he a coordinator?
He was a coordinator. I believe he was the cornerbacks coach.
And do you think that they would put him in the head coaching job again, or like put him in a supporting role?
I think they'd stick him right in the head coaching position.
Really? It's funny that you asked that, because I think that if he were to go to the Cowboys, it would be under a coordinator. I don't know.
I think it would.
Feel like they're kind of going young, with an exception of certain former coaches.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not like the big names that have been hired, I feel like they usually hire some young dudes. So I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys do something like that. So.
I mean, I think the same way as you, and also like along with my mind, like put him in a supporting role. You have an elder, in a supporting role that can help one of those young new coaches, with their starting out of their new seasons, instead of just having this old coach trying to take over this team. You have him in a supporting role as like an elder, somebody that helps the young ones, and
it's the Baldelli approach.
Put him in defense. Just have him concentrate on defense, and then if the head coach is having any issues or anything, he'll slip some advice to him and shit. And
it's like a Wade Phillips, like that kind of dude.
Mm-hmm.
Head coach ended up working as the coordinator for the Broncos, won them a Super Bowl, and then the Rams plugged him when they signed McVay, and that dude was the youngest coach at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
So, or still is.
And honestly, if the Vikings don't go too far in these playoffs, how long have we had Zimmer?
It's,
How long has it been since you guys fired the legendary Leslie Frazier?
is this okay? So this is our third. So this is sixth season. We've gone to 3 playoffs and missed 3 playoffs with him. So 6, I believe.
So I don't know. I think he's great. I think
he's great too.
I think he's an awesome dude. I mean, he seems like an awesome dude. I don't know him, but I always have to mention that. I don't know him.
Hey, yeah, exactly. You might.
Yeah.
But
Glenn down the block.
Glenn, I do know Glenn down the
Glenn
block.
Taylor, the owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, he lives right down the block.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in.
We'll
Minnesota.
get him on someday.
It might be time to move on.
Yes.
Um,
Well, we could talk about.
Well, who would you, if you guys were to do such a thing, even as to just let him go, who would you like to have them be your coach?
I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know coaches at all.
They'd probably hire a coordinator too.
See, I'd want
someone
Zim
like that
still.
coming up.
That's the thing with who's out there. I still want Zim over a lot of the other options.
True.
I mean,
And
I don't
everybody's
want-
still under contract too, so it's not
Yeah.
like you build it like starting fresh. You already got the whole.
I think
team
Ron
intact.
Rivera is good, but I don't want him as my head coach.
Or McCarthy.
I don't want McCarthy, even though I think he's good too.
Freddie
I just
Kitchens.
want him as our
Yeah, let's
coach.
get that guy.
Let's get Freddie Kitchens.
Freddie Kitchens.
He needs more support. We
Jason
gotta do it.
Garrett.
Yeah, we can get Jason. Just a straight swap.
We were talking about like how they can trade coaches, and you mentioned that Gruden was traded.
Yeah, back in 2002, and that same year, that's when they played the Raiders in the Super Bowl. And he was the coach of the Bucks.
Huh.
And he got his revenge and kicked their ass.
Won a Super Bowl.
It was the only Super Bowl.
Where are the Raiders going now?
Yeah, what is going on with the
They're
Raiders?
going to Las Vegas, right?
Vegas.
They're going to Vegas.
They're
Yeah.
going to Vegas.
How do you feel about that? Because I hear that you're a pretty big Raiders fan.
They'll be back
Yeah,
in the
dude,
morning.
Raiders fan, whole life, of course, and it's crazy because I've always saw them as even if they weren't in LA, which I would have liked had they done that when there was talks about the Rams coming to LA and even the Chargers. I was like, dude, you don't need these fuckers. Bring the Raiders.
Yeah.
And the idea was nice, but just the way that they're leaving California, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. But fuck it though. I mean, it's a little closer. But damn,
Because they were in Oakland before.
Yeah.
And that's in California.
They were the California timeshare team, and now it's going to be the Chargers, and no one likes them.
Oh,
Well, actually, even so, I guess even because they were local, they would show a lot of Charger games around here, and it was like stupid. I was like, why do you want to see this? I get it, but
Yeah.
you don't want to see a Charger game.
No. People want to see Raider games.
Raiders.
Out here.
Raiders is more iconic.
very iconic.
Yeah.
Those Oakland Raiders.
Bo Jackson
they were,
never played for the Chargers. No one cares.
No. They're the rough and tough team, right? Like
Yeah.
their fans are scary. They wear all those spikes on their shoulders and shit.
The Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom.
Did you hear about the last game at Raiders Stadium?
Oh no.
Recap it.
They were up, blew a 13-point lead or something. Ended up losing in the final seconds, and after that, dudes were getting mad, throwing trash, even ripping seats off and throwing them at the stadium, like crazy Ramboing car.
This is the last game and we lost. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, it sucks, but yeah, to rip off a seat though, that's hardcore.
They're so
Toss
mad.
babies and shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so now it's going to be the ritzy glitzy Raiders of
Yeah.
Vegas. The money's going to get to their
The
heads.
Tom Jones Raiders.
Yeah.
The Wayne Newton.
The Wayne Newton. That's pretty sad.
So long, Raiders.
See ya, Raiders.
So long.
Not gonna watch you anymore.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give up? Or are you gonna stick to Raiders
Nah,
forever?
let's stick to Raiders.
Okay. See, I was curious about a team that moves. Like, do you give up your alliance or do you stick with it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I keep referring to them as Oakland anyway. Just like I keep referring to the Chargers of San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. A team that I don't want to move, but there's always been rumors of it at some point, especially with Glenn down the block getting old, are the Wolves. I don't want them to move, even though they're not doing well. 2 games they won since our last broadcast.
At least they've won 2. I'm so happy.
At least they won 2, and they won
It was
tonight's game, which was awesome in overtime without Wiggins, without Towns.
yeah.
And they've been out for a while, and they are still going to be out for a while.
We hope they get better.
I hope they get better, but it is showing off Dang's prowess.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing really well. He got 20 rebounds tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the Wolves, it's like in a league full of 2s, 1s and 2s, like everyone's got a 1 and a 2. When you have nothing, like 0, it's hard to even watch sometimes because that's what a lot of this game was. Like there was a lot of no ones on the court the whole time, G League players and stuff like that.
Yep.
But they actually played it out pretty well. Like we watched the game and it wasn't that bad. Like they weren't making great shots, but
It was still fun.
it was still fun.
You know,
Level of talent wasn't a big disparity. They're pretty much evenly matched.
Yeah.
Because the Nets don't even have, or for the Nets, they don't have a Kyrie and KD.
True. So evenly matched game, which makes a fun game. And I don't think that I'm the only one that thinks that even though they're not been doing well, that they should move, because the fans showed up, and Chip was the coach was after game was thanking the fans. Like the second thing he said that what helped us win this game were the fans, because they were in it. They came out during a winter advisory. You guys are in LA, you don't know what it means to be in a winter advisory, but it's fucking windy and cold and lots of snow.
Yeah.
And like you can barely see in front of yourself.
I mean, I can because I have really great eyesight.
You do.
Yeah.
Those glasses are pretty special.
I got snow vision.
Snow vision.
No vision.
But people made it out to the game when 2 of the hot players weren't playing.
Yeah.
And
4 of the hot players. weren't playing.
4 of the hot players weren't
One
playing.
got taken out. Yeah.
Which leads me to question 2. Along with the Zimmer thing, is it time for us to move on? Is it time for us to move on from Towns?
Well, that's what everyone in the league wants us to do. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Those are the rumors. I'm not leading up to it this time.
No.
It's just the rumors that Towns is possibly wants to leave. Well, he's been unhappy for the last 3 years.
Because he wants to win.
Because he wants to win, and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting into his prime. He's getting older.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting into that Anthony Davis situation. Like,
What's that?
the best dude on a team like the Pelicans, and you know damn well he wasn't going to win anything there. And the same thing with, like honestly, with the Timberwolves, that they're not a hot commodity for free agents. Like, you don't see people like, I'm going to sign with these guys. There's, the obvious teams that everybody wants to sign with, or find the cap space, and that's what spot that a lot of people land on, and a lot of talent that you guys have had, it's usually been through the draft. Like,
yep,
it's a matter of keeping them and trying to just build success on them. And the Timberwolves have been like a middling team. What was their best records when they had Tom Thibodeau as the coach?
Well, recently, that would have been our best record.
And too bad it didn't work with Jimmy Butler, because they did pretty well together. Still, they were a pretty good contender.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So in my mind, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Because what's the thing? What's the thing? Go ahead. What's the thing?
Sorry to interject.
That's right.
But if you really appreciate the guy's talent and athleticism, you probably can understand that he would deserve to be on a better team.
Absolutely. I mean, we had that situation with Garnett.
Yeah.
You know, Garnett poured his heart out into this team, and then he finally was able to move on to Boston, right?
Yeah, he did
And
great.
won multiple rings. So, you know, Towns deserves it.
Do you guys remember what Minnesota got in return for Kevin Garnett?
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't remember. No.
Fuzzy memories trivia might be the question.
No, I don't remember. But
No.
you know, and I think right now when the rumors are hot, where the fire is smoking, is the time to get rid of them, because you can get that trade for that new the higher draft picks, or those top players, or you know, the possibility of getting something out of the draft or something like that, instead of waiting until we are at the end of the season where we're having a losing record and Towns really wants to leave, and then nobody wants to give us any trades because Towns just wants to go.
Well, I think it's, especially with who wants him, the Golden State Warriors, I think it is, if we were to get rid of him, the best case scenario, because they're terrible right now.
Yep.
So they would get a premier, probably top 2-3 pick in the draft, and you'd hope it's the one, of course, but you know, if you can nail on that, plus get your own pick if you don't have a great season, have 2 really good first-round picks, I mean, that could end up being, and you could maybe even swing more than just a pick.
That's why, and I would ask for a player, but what player would you think they would be willing to trade for Karl Anthony Towns? Probably just D'Angelo. You think they would?
But that
trade
wouldn't they want
Clay?
them together? Don't you think they'd want them to play together?
I think it would,
I'd want them to play together.
Easy for Karl Anthony Towns. They would have to,
Yeah.
unless you're gonna say give me like again Clay or somebody.
I don't know.
Or the dude they'd be most willing to trade too. They wouldn't trade Curry for Towns.
No, they would never trade Curry.
You what?
I just don't know.
It'd be nice.
It could be. No. This is what I do know. Sometimes I wish sports was like a TV show, or like a epic movie, where right now this is just a ploy just to make us like feel like, oh man, what are they gonna do? This is this is like, how are they going to overcome this? And then Towns and Wiggins come back from the injury, and then all of a sudden the Timberwolves are on heat, and
The storylines.
in the storylines,
Who writes the script?
Yeah. Because then me feeling bad about all this going on, at least I have a glimmer of hope that the storyline's just going to change on a dime, and then everything's going to be fine, just like movies. Maybe I've been watching too much Harry Potter. We're not going to talk about that. Another thing that's kind of strange, and this is probably going to change by tomorrow, because we all know how like trades and games and everything goes so fast nowadays. But there hasn't really been any other trade rumors or anything like that in the NBA.
No, not at all.
It's just
It's quiet.
it's quiet.
Quiet. Everyone's just kind of happy.
So I just wanted to point that out.
Until LeBron isn't, and then he wants to swing a trade with somebody until he becomes the GM, like he has at every other team he's in.
Wait a minute.
Which, like, you know what? Hey, they might trade Kuzma, man. I'm thinking if like things are going the way they are, I feel like he'd be willing to trade that dude in a heartbeat for somebody.
I can see.
I mean, KCP, fan favorite behind Caruso.
Maybe he wants to get Towns.
Hey.
Yeah.
He is the one. Oh man, LeBron is pulling the strings in writing the script. He's letting this whole Towns going to Golden State thing to get really boiled, and all of a sudden he'll flip the tables and he'd be like, haha, he's actually coming to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Or LeBron goes to the Warriors.
Do you want to do this again?
Do I?
Look at me like that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so our new segment Oh, no, wait a minute.
presenting.
Oh, hold on. And just, if you didn't notice, or if you didn't hear earlier, Wiggins is injured, where he's not playing currently. I don't know if he's injured. I haven't really checked out why he's not playing, but he's not playing for the next couple of games. And that was your Wiggins update. Okay, now to the WNBA.
WNBA FuzzJockRadio Weekly Player Profile.
What do you want this closer? Sylvia.
This is Sylvia Fowles, a center number 34. She stands 6'6".
Okay. I thought you were going to go, and
And
the
that
starting center, number 34, Sylvia Fowles, 6'6".
okay.
Whoa, yeah.
That sounded a lot better. Woo, yeah. Good work.
Okay, so yeah,
Tell us about Sylvia Fowles.
yeah, tell us a little bit about Sylvia Fowles. She was the WNBA 2008 overall pick out of LSU. So the Chicago Sky picked her up.
Mm-hmm.
She's played overseas a lot. And what was that name of that team? The Shanghai
Swordfish.
Swordfish, yeah.
Shanghai Swordfish.
The Beijing Great Wall.
The Beijing Great Wall.
Yeah.
Played a lot of international
So yeah, played a lot of
WNBA teams. Or women's basketball teams.
Yep. In her time, she's been a 2-time WNBA Finals MVP in 2015 and 2017. She was the WNBA MVP of 2017. She's a 6-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player. Last year averaged 13.6 points, 6.2 defensive rebounds, and 1.5 blocks a game.
Pretty solid.
Another solid player for the Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we're going to lose any game.
Because they usually don't.
We're like the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
Win them all.
Win them all. You guys are distracted over there.
All right, I was pulling up stats for her. She's got, because on top of all of her other accolades, she's the 2-time WNBA block leader and 2-time rebounding champion. Like she may not have the best blocking, per game right now, but in the beginning of her career, she was the best.
That's dope.
Is she still currently on the roster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
So
We'll be able to see her
yeah.
come WNBA season.
Yep. May.
Mm-hmm.
So get your Fowles jerseys ready, guys.
Yeah. I gotta get a Lynx jersey. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta get a Lynx jersey. I'm getting really excited for this upcoming season. I mean, we have a great coach, and we just went through. Our center is, as we can see, is awesome. The rookie that we have is awesome, and our captain of the team is really awesome. I can't wait to meet the next couple players in the next couple shows. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because we're going to do some more updates to the Facebooks and the Twitters and stuff like that. So I'm excited.
We're all gonna learn together.
WNBA hype.
WNBA more than the NBA, right? Is that how it works? No,
Yeah.
no, it's not a competition.
No, it's not a competition.
But
Hey,
go
wasn't that a like call dating love links? Wasn't that?
Love links.
Love links.
Ooh, I like that. FuzzJockRadio Love Links. It's gonna be it'll be a hashtag, one of those hashtag things that the kids all do.
FuzzJock Love Links.
FuzzJock Love Links.
Exactly.
Hashtags. And all that.
With
dude.
emojis.
With emojis. No, it's gonna be great.
So many emoji.
I can't wait for May. That's a long time from now, but
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's a long time from. Yeah, May is.
You checking your watch to see how long it is till May?
Yeah, it's a long time on. See this one. It's got a. It's cool. My watch. It's got a millennium hand and a neon hand.
So, Lynx season will be, because we're gonna take a break, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like in 4 or so episodes. It's gonna be right after the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do a special edition show, and then we're gonna take a break for a month or so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lynx will be in season 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna be special, guys.
Season
special.
2.
You know, and
Can't wait.
I think that Dubnik is pretty special.
Yes. Dubnik is very special.
What?
I need him.
He had 40 fucking block shots the other day.
Yeah, 40 out of 44, and we were able to win that game 6-4.
You know what you call that?
A hat trick? No.
A wall.
A wall.
The Dubnik wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what you call that.
Are you disappointed that it wasn't a shutout, Jamez?
No, it's a wall. I'm okay with that.
You're okay with the wall?
Yeah.
Good.
This one.
So the Wild lost a couple games and won a couple games. But like he had 40 block shots the game that they won, and then he had I think it was 23 out of 25, 22 out of 25 block shots in the last night's game, and the ones that went in were just chip shots. So something that he really didn't have a chance to really recover or get.
Puck luck?
What's that?
Like puck luck type stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So he's back. He
Yeah.
was gone,
awesome.
and now he's back.
That's
And
awesome.
I think
need it.
that's going to help the Wild a lot. It sucks that they lost last night, but it wasn't a bad loss.
That
And I've been
40.
watching the game from the space place, so that helps too.
The space place.
Yep.
Space place.
You should come to the space place. It's really great. It's a,
What's the space place?
it's a workshop we have on the moon where we watch hockey games.
Mm-hmm. So it's the only time the Wild wins is when we're in the space place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing.
We
Yeah.
got to get there more often.
Yeah, we need to get there more often. Now that Dubnik's playing, get to the space place.
Did someone say that when he got the 40 blocks, that was a personal best record for him,
Yes.
or
Personal
like a
best.
franchise record?
In the space place?
I don't know if that's his. I don't know if it's the franchise best, but it was his personal high for blocks.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's wild.
that's wild.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's NHL.
that's NHL. I was gonna try to make a bridge or whatever you call it.
A bridge
You
too
know,
far?
you know what's wild is the new pitching rule.
Ew, we were going to talk about this, last week,
Yeah.
but then I wasn't there.
No, you were astral projecting.
Yep.
So you were saying that there's a new pitching rule in the MLB.
Yes, the MLB has
Do you know about
adopted.
the C-dubs?
No, I don't actually.
What's going on?
Well, there's been a few multiple rules added or tweaked, but other ones aren't as controversial as this pitching one. It has a relief pitcher has to either finish the inning or face at least 3 batters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's
So they're
that now?
forcing you to use a pitcher more than one batter.
A pitcher can't just pitch one pitch and then get taken out?
No. Well, he could if you put in
Yeah.
a relief pitcher and he gets a third out of an inning off of one pitch. Yeah.
What's the rule
so-
again? Restate that.
A relief pitcher must face at least 3 batters or finish the inning
Before they can put in somebody else.
yeah.
Huh. How does this affect
So-
everything?
What we saw a lot in this last year and in the last few years is a lot of pitcher matchups where you'll bring in a relief pitcher
Just for like a left-handed
Like,
hitter?
yeah.
Okay.
Just for a left-handed hitter. They got like a slugger coming up. So we're
Okay.
going to bring in our relief who's like an ace against that side hitters. And
Or maybe specifically that one player,
that
too.
one player, even. And then just take him out and then, bring in a pitcher for the next batter.
Okay. How do you feel about this rule change?
Well, man, it's pretty boring to watch when you got to sit through, like, oh, here comes the guy from the bullpen. He's got to warm up.
Because this is
Then
obviously...
then he gets like one batter. Like if he does that on one or two pitches, even, and then it's like, okay, now it's the next batter. We need our next pitcher for this.
So that's boring?
It really slows the game down.
It does.
It
Yeah,
does.
because they have to have commercial breaks then.
Mm-hmm. So I don't mind that. It does take away from that kind of min-maxing of using your bullpen against, in such a specialized way. However,
in my mind, that seems like definitely a strategy that you're taking away from coaches. You have these awesome players that are sitting in the back, and you know that they're going to be good against these specific batters. That's really taking away a defensive strategy.
well, kind of, but maybe it's a little too OP and it needs to be patched out.
That could be.
Also,
Nelly liked using that same technique. I mean, he had specific pitchers who are for specific hitters. It's the only time they ever came out, basically. So even the Twins will have to tweak how they play.
Mm-hmm. I welcome the rule change because honestly, man, if you're such a specialized pitcher, like maybe you kind of aren't that good if you're not well-rounded enough to face another batter.
I can see that.
I
can see that.
Like pitchers should be good enough to do that.
Yeah, and I like that.
We're here in LA. We've seen Dave Roberts change the pitchers a lot in the games.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice for him to just keep it at one.
Yeah, like you could have, we saw that a bunch, where it's like one pitcher for a batter, and each out. So 3 different pitchers getting all different outs of the inning.
That really does slow down the game. And baseball's already slow, and they're already having a tough time with people watching.
Yeah, you don't need to over strategize that.
The other thing that I think of right away is there's going to be a lot more hitting because now that pitcher needs to be able to get through those batters, and which will tire him out more, which will cause more hitting, more home runs, I'm sure. Which makes more hitting. It makes for a lot more fun games to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if a pitcher's going through for like a shutout or whatever, but no hitters are great.
Mm-hmm.
They're so stressful at the end of the game. But yeah, I can see that. Like at first I'm like, nah, let's not change rules because we want to have perfect baseball. But this rule seems like it will kind of help with that.
And I understand the viewpoint of missing that part of the strategy because you are taking that away.
But when you mention that, like players need to be more rounded,
I think
that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I think it's funner for me to watch.
Yes, it's not going to be fun to watch is seeing players from the Twins leave.
Yeah. So we've had 2 of our free agents sign with Ron Gardenhire and the Detroit Tigers. So we actually will see them.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
A lot. Is Crone and Scope, first and second base.
My Detroit friends will be happy about that.
Yeah, they've both signed.
And then
one of our relief pitchers, Cole Stewart, has signed with the Orioles. He didn't make too many waves.
And then this guy.
Oh. Edwin Carnacion is looking at deal with the White Sox.
So
we'll see him
a lot more. So our players are flipping ship.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Yeah. And the division's getting better around us.
The division's getting better, and that's good.
The Royals, I guess, aren't.
That's good, but it's not good for us if we're not signing anybody. If we're not.
But we got the best team already.
Yeah, but we're losing
Not a business
everybody.
player.
No, I mean we lost Scope. We got to rise on second base.
So
He's awesome.
These are going to be some of the questions that we need to bring up when we go January 23rd to the Winter Caravan
Cato Ballroom.
at the Cato Ballroom.
If you want to go with us,
Just show up.
just show up
Just show up because we want to make sure.
or text me. I'll get you a ticket.
You can text JMez. Make sure to email us too at FuzzJockRadio@gmail.com about questions of when we're gonna go. We're gonna go, and you can come. And if you say hello, we will say hello back.
Yep. Don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird. Don't wear your Fuzz Jock Radio shirt. Don't wear your Fuzz Talk Radio shirt. No, you can if you want, I suppose.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat.
We're not
to see
telling you what to dress like.
No.
In Mankato, we're going to see Adrianza, Tony Oliva, and what I'm excited about, Brent Rooker.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Who's Brent Rooker?
Brent Rooker is one of our guys that ended in Rochester and had a fantastic hitting season. And he's kind of their utility first base outfielder.
And that's what I forget when all these other sports shows talk about how the Twins aren't signing any awesome pitchers or not doing any trades or like they're not doing anything. I keep forgetting the fact that we have an awesome
Like the best farm league.
farm league. Yeah. And like that's where our rise came from.
Yeah.
And all these sports talk radio shows that are encyclopedias for sports. Hey,
They don't know.
you don't know, so back off.
Not like the FuzzJocks.
I was gonna say something explicit, but like I'm like, no, I don't want. I'm not being mean.
Merry
I'm not
Christmas.
mean. I'm not a mean person. So keep doing your show. It's awesome that you're an encyclopedia for sports, and that you have a show on the radios or a podcast. We're not a competition. We want you to do well. So
We know we're cooler than you.
Just know that we have one too.
and we're the only podcast with
In America.
fuzzy memories. That's up next. You guys know the sound, right? Like, you guys
Yeah.
excited? Fuzzy memories.
Mm-hmm.
I love that sound.
So, Naps, we do this thing called Fuzzy Memories. It's a trivia game where I ask questions and they answer them. And our guests, when we have guests, they are part of the game where they answer questions. However, I hear you have your own questions for us, so we're going to fucking flip the script here.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, I've heard your questions. You guys asked some crazy ass questions, and I thought that was really a dope concept.
Nice.
Maps loves rap, so a lot of my stuff has to do with songs that either quoted players, teams, or stuff like that. I just want to know if you guys by any chance know the lyrics too, or if you guess the shit out of it.
Oh, wow. I like this.
I'm gonna know so many of
This
these.
is flipping in the script.
I'm going to know so many of these answers.
You're gonna know all of the answers because you're a musician.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be great. I hope so.
Okay. So the way we're gonna do it, I'll ask a question. It's episode what?
16.
16. So C-Dubs goes first. And I'll ask C-Dubs a question, and then if he doesn't get it, then
Any of us can steal.
you guys can steal it. And then the second question will go to Jamez, and you will ask him the question. And then the third question I'll ask, and I'll ask you, and then go around in a circle. And then, we'll ask each other questions and stuff. So C-Dubs is at 26 points, Jamez is at 18 points, and the guests are at 10. In this round, the guests are either me or Naps. Okay, C-Dubs, first question.
I'm ready.
How many Olympic Games were held in countries that no longer exist?
Jesus Christ. Olympic Games. I'm going to go with 6.
Incorrect, Jamez.
1.
Incorrect, Naps.
4.
3 was the answer.
Oh.
So nobody gets that.
Do you know what the countries are?
It does not say. Okay, so now Naps asked James a question.
Okay, so you go.
All right.
Okay, what's the question? Lay it on me, Naps.
All right. So in 2006, Nas released his album Hip Hop Is Dead. And on one of the tracks, it's called Blunt Ashes. It was produced by a professional athlete. Who was the professional athlete that produced Blunt Ashes for Nas?
Whoa.
That was Kobe Bryant.
Nope.
Okay, C-dubs?
Oh, is he that? I'm sorry.
I'll go with Kyrie Irving.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't think of anybody. Muggsy Bogues.
That was a good guess. Nah, the answer was Chris Webber.
Really? Oh, yeah. Chris has been into music for a while. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I was mad that I couldn't think of his name for some reason. Okay, well, awesome question. My turn to ask a question, and I will be asking Naps.
You ready, Naps?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here it comes.
Like a fastball. Right down the middle.
The answer is The Way by Fastball.
We all know Dr. J, but what is his real name?
Dr. J?
Yeah.
Julius Irving.
Yes. The guests get a point.
Well played.
There we go. Okay, so now Naps asks the question. You're asking me.
I ask again?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Who stated the lyric, glitter, glisten, gloss, gloss, I catch a beat running like Randy Moss?
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal.
Nah, you're correct. James?
That was Andre 3000. No, it was Outcast. Outcast, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
And it was Andre 3000.
Well, actually,
It was the guy with Andre 3000 on
but
that
it was
song.
the featured artist Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
Outcast song, the whole world.
I love that song.
What was the question?
Okay,
Okay, so James got that answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so 19. Okay, I was tricked. My turn to ask a question. And it goes to C-Dubs?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Considered one of the greatest rebounders of all time, this player was known for his bad boy image and for being the All-Star MVP in 1991.
Dennis Rodman.
Incorrect. James.
Charles Barkley.
Correct. James gets a point.
Yay!
Charles
Points going
Barkley,
around.
man. See, before Dennis Rodman, Barkley was out there telling people to shut up and jam.
Yes, he was. He was a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Naps.
So you ask James now.
James' turn.
Which artist released the song titled Barry Bonds?
Which artist released
A song titled Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds?
Yeah,
50 Cent.
wrong.
Meek Mill.
Wrong.
Eminem.
Nope. It was Kanye West.
Oh, Kanye West. Okay, I just gave James a point for some reason, but I took it away. Okay, my turn to ask a question, and that is going to Naps.
No, I got a point for Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I gave that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't take that point away.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't worry, I'm not.
And I got the Outcast one.
Yep, I gave that one to you. So
Don't take that one away.
you're currently at 20 points.
Dude, those are my points.
Yeah.
I love my points.
Who was the first player to ever rush for 1,000 yards in a single season?
Jim Brown?
Incorrect. C-Dubs.
I don't know. Michael Vick.
Incorrect. Jameis?
Deion Sanders.
Nope. Betty Feathers.
Light as a feather.
Whoa, yeah, that guy.
Yep.
Any light as a feathers.
I love that guy.
Naps, your turn?
Ask Fuzzy.
No, he just asked me a question, didn't he?
Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. Is it you asking me then?
No, I'm going to ask you a question.
What?
What are we doing here?
We're not doing anything. That's a point for Jameis.
Incorrect. We are doing something.
Jameis got a point. Okay. So that's the end of Fuzzy Memories. C-Dubs has now 26 points, Jameis has 21 points, and the guests have 11 points.
Woo!
So I don't know where Jameis' sneaky point came in, but that's the facts.
Those are the facts,
No,
man.
I asked the right question.
We did.
Yep.
And,
It's like inspiration.
there's a question that I was going to ask.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to ask me something? Go ahead.
What happens after Fuzzy Memories?
What happens after Fuzzy Memories?
You just repeated the same question, and I'll answer. It's the end of the show, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. We're over an hour, so special. That's a special thing.
Long episode.
Because that really good Monday Night Football game.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. Jameis, do you have anything big planned for the next week before next episode?
I am going to play some Nirvana covers in a tribute band.
Oh, yeah. It's New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do that tomorrow night.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. C-Dubs, got any plans for New Year's?
I'm going out. I don't know where, but we're going to go out.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. I can't wait to hear what you did.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be awesome. Naps, you got any big plans for tomorrow's New Year's Eve?
Probably go to my cousin's house, celebrate there.
Nice.
Probably take a good nap right there.
Nice. That'll be fun. I'm going to work.
What are you doing, Fuzzy?
I'm working.
Nice.
Yeah. And then till 10, and then I'm thinking of going to Walmart to go grocery shopping. Because I got
Good New Year's plan.
Yeah.
I got food to put in my I got
You will want food on New Year's Day.
Yeah. I need food. And I work on New Year's Day too, so
Oh, man.
you know, it's whatever. I'm cool. You know who else is cool? Naps. Naps, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you coming. Anytime that you wanna be on, just let C-Dubs know, or send me a message if you want. If you want to become friends after the show, we'll talk. We'll exchange emails and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, this has been fun.
Yeah, dude.
Good.
Come back anytime.
Make sure to tell your friends and fans or whoever. If you're not a fan and you're listening, that's great. Just make sure to tell everybody to tune in next week or download the podcast off of FuzzJockRadio.com. While you're there, make sure to go to the t-shirt shop that we got, FuzzTalkShop.com, and buy yourself a new hoodie or some socks or some stickers. That way we can keep those advertisement sharks at bay. And yeah, I think that is about it. We will be back next week. You have a wonderful, happy New Year's. And then also make sure not to drink and drive, because that is fucking stupid. Don't drink and drive. Until the next podcast, I'm not going to make that joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
FuzzJockRadio!
Hey!